in the US. Barco, Toshiba, um, Lighthouse were a few of them. And small screens, two 9x6 for about $1 million. And we really needed about 4 or 5 times that and didn't have that type of budget. So I decided that I would go to the source. I found a friend of mine that grew up in China, and I convinced him to jump on a plane with me and go stay in China for a while to start meeting all the owners and learning the technology and finding the factories that could make a product for us. So we headed to China and we visited a lot of factories. The problem was that the market then was so new that the only thing they were making were LED panels for billboards, and the rental market was so small that the factories didn't want to focus on it. So after visiting all the top manufacturers, we decided that we should start designing our own panel. So we took about 6 months. We learned all the components that go inside of a panel, the LED chips, the IC chips, the power supplies, and so on. We did a lot of tests to see the performance and the life issues when you mix one technology together. And after about 6 months, we had our design, and we found our factory that we wanted to go with, and we went into production. We borrowed as much as we could. We maxed out our credit cards, and we bought about 200 panels of LED. And me and my wife went out to China. We stayed out there while our wall was being made, and we just kind of babysit the project. We were in the factory through the whole process. And about 4 months later, we were ready to ship our product. We received our panels, and right out of the box, 75% of them wouldn't work. They wouldn't turn on. And the factories had no support here. They had no offices or no techs or anything. So we had to take the panels all apart and resolder almost every connection. So change cables, power supplies, and after about 2 months of that, to announce that we had this new LED wall, and we had a large batch of it. So we quickly let the market know that we had the first 16 mil transparent wall, lightweight wall on the market. And we booked a tour, the TSO tour, the West Coast TSO tour. So that was a really good start for us. We got to go on the road and meet a lot of production companies, across the U.S. And what came out of that is a lot of the companies wanted to buy our product because there was nothing that was affordable in the time. So two things happened. We decided to start a brand of LEDs, and we decided to sell everything else that was an LED and go all in on LED. And again, this was about 10 years ago now, 11 years ago, where nobody was buying from China. Buying from China was very difficult at the time, and there was a lot of horror stories of buying from China and losing your deposits, and your product didn't work. So it was a pretty bold move, but we felt that was where our passion was and what we had to do. So that's what we did. We focused on designing products and renting products. We did that for about 8 years. We were both Oracle and Global Trend were very successful. With Global Trend, we soon started renting to a lot of the bigger production companies. We started doing shows like the Oscars, the Billboard Awards, and many awards like that, and corporate awards, corporate events, concerts, tours. And it was a really good move for us to go in this direction. And the company definitely grew much faster than we expected. On the Oracle side, we teamed up with an engineer out of Belgium named Christoph that also worked for XL Video at the time. And we designed a touring product called the Black Widow. The Black Widow was a very popular touring system. In about 2 years, we sold about 10,000 panels across the US. And that system is still touring with Depeche Mode, Roger Waters, and many others. And there's about 10,000 of those panels out. It's a great product, one of my favorite products out there. But it took a lot of time to design and engineer it. And we decided that was going to be the design. So we got out of the manufacturing of panels, and we focused on finding the best partner we could, which was the answer. Row Visual made the best panels, and we decided that we would start moving our inventory into Row. And we currently have about 3,000 panels of row between the Diamond and the BP 2.8, which we just received. We have a very large inventory. In 2019, a friend of mine, which some of you might know, works for Unreal Engine. His name is Juan Gomez. He introduced me to LED volumes. And as soon as he showed me what they can do, I instantly fell in love with it and started redesigning the company and trying to figure out how we can, basically go all in on LED volumes. The only problem was at the time we were going 100 miles an hour, and all our inventory and our staff was completely booked and busy putting out jobs. So we slowly started designing it, redesigning the company, and that's when COVID hit. So we noticed that COVID was going to hit a little bit early because we had an office in China, and because a lot of our corporate shows started canceling in February. So by March 1st, we had emptied out our facilities and we started building our first volume. We built a very large volume all with row, and that's when I met Eric. Eric came by, saw our facility, and offered to bring a short film, Ripple Effect, to there and introduce us to the market. And that's how we got started. And now it's been about 10 months, and we have 3 volumes in our facility, and we're in the process of building a few more. So it's been a great ride, and I'm completely focused on this and very passionate about making this the next 10 years of our life. So I don't know if there's anything else I can touch on, but that's pretty much my story, how we got here. And the volume's called xRstages. So xRstage, we're located in Pacoima right now, a few minutes away from Burbank, but we are looking to open some facilities in different cities. So that's about it. Eric, anything else that you'd like me to add?
Thank you so much, Isaac. No, it's really fantastic. And it's really amazing to walk through your warehouse and get to see all these generations of panels and how you're able to play with or work with these different ones or even fix them. I didn't understand how fragile they were until I saw you guys having a whole station to replace and build and fix and repair these panels. So it was quite an eye opener. You just assume perfect things are coming from China or, that are just amazing, that work absolutely right. And you don't realize that there's a little more complexity sometimes in evolving products.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when you buy something before it's ready. You buy it because you know the market wants it, but you got to work with the manufacturers and have a team ready to repair. And like you said, at one point, I think we had 10 repair techs. We were repairing 24 hours a day. Every job breaks about rental jobs. Volumes are a little bit different, but rental jobs, every job breaks about 3 to 5% pixels. So given you're breaking 200 to 500 pixels, so you have to have a little army taking them apart, getting down to the pixels and repairing them. But yeah, it was very tedious, but it was a great learning experience. And the market's a lot more mature now. The product's a lot more evolved, and the manufacturers make really good products now. And that's one of the reasons why we decided to stop making them, because the answer was there. There was great manufacturers now, so we focus on what we do best. Yeah.
Awesome.